Hello everyone, my name is Haven, and today I'm playing The Colossus is Coming. Now, based on the screenshots of what I've seen, this game does feel familiar to me, and I think it's because I tried to play it, but I think I had a hard time figuring out how to play it because there was no real interaction with anything, so I think I had a hard time trying to play it just overall until I ended up not playing it. But I guess we're going to give it a shot, and this game is on Steam, so I'm hoping that maybe this is either a different game or maybe I just will figure it out this time. So let's jump right into it. Uh, yeah, I guess I don't need my controller. Let's see, listen. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think I have come across this game before because it opened up a Spotify page, which means music in here is gonna be copyrighted. Just so you know, but it's fine. I don't care. Fire Games production, based on music of Auric Echoes. So yeah, I think I did try to play this game, but I didn't know what I was supposed to do. While it does look beautifully done, like very cinematic in a way, apparently this is the interactive experience of, I guess, this person's musics. Frame rate's a little wonky.
It's coming. Play the tapes.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, this was not here before. Yeah, when I move, the frame rate kind of goes a little wonky, a little weird. Yeah, gonna change that. Settings. Let's drop let's raise the sensitivity a little bit. And subtitles. Medium. Okay. Apparently there was a choice to do color, but I'm okay with the black and white. I do appreciate the black and white. It is still a little buggy, but it's fine. Whoa. Whoa, you were not here before. No, whoa. You were not there before.
So yeah, I was going for a walk the other day. It was nice out. It was a little bit cold, but not too bad. But on the walk, I came across the figure, maybe 20 feet away from me. He was really skinny, slender, just super tall. He was wearing all black. His eyes were kind of sunken in, and he seemed like he was hurt. Not like a physical hurt, but like torment. He was all hunched over, looking at the ground. I yelled out to see if I can get his name, see if he was feeling okay, but there was no response. He didn't say anything. He didn't actually really acknowledge I was there. He just kept staring at the ground. So we stood there, about 20 feet between us. Seemed like a while. Not actually quite sure. I don't remember much. Then the weird thing happened. He just started walking towards me. There was no provocation. He just started walking quite slowly. That, especially for a man of his stature, he didn't look up to see me. He didn't make eye contact. He just kept walking. I got this strange sense of unease, dread, and I'm not sure why. But I just turned around and started to run. I knew I had to get as far away from whatever this person was as I could. So I started running, and I felt like I was running fast. So I turned around to look at the figure, expecting to see something chasing me. But what I saw was just him walking. He didn't match my pace. He wasn't running after me. He just looked at the ground and kept walking. So I looked away. And I kept running.
A little loud. Okay. There's another tape over here. Yeah, you better stay there. Yeah. Oh, I realized the gramophone's right there now. Interesting. Wait. There's a barrier here. A barrier right there. So weird. That's weird, okay. Nice cheeks. Got some nice
I
cheeks.
don't exactly remember how long I'd run for, but it had to have been at least a half hour. I was really tired. I had to stop, and I came upon an old man, and he was sitting on a bench. He looked really peaceful and content. I asked him if I could join him sitting down, and he said yeah. So I sat next to the old man, and he asked me why I was running. And I told him. And he said that that was a really silly reason to be running. I didn't really say anything back. I just kind of looked onward. He turned and told me not to be scared, and I told him I'd do my best. We sat there for a while without talking. Eventually, he says, "Hey, kid." And I say, "Yeah." He says, "Do you see that over there?" And he raises his arm and points out a finger at nothing. And I say, "No, I don't." He relaxes and says, "Oh, never mind then." I just put my head down confused. I sat there and thought for a minute or two. But then I realized, oh, I never actually got the guy's name. So I looked up and started to ask. But, I mean, like, just like that, the man was gone.
Getting dark.
I didn't know what to do at that point. So I just got up and started running again.
Okay. This is an interesting experience so far, and suddenly I've gotten chills. I'm not too sure why. Yeah, I can run too, so that kind of bothers me a little bit. Still, it was kind of creepy when you just see a hand come up like that. Okay, just good. Nice cheeks. I'd rather you stay like that.
At a point, it felt like I was running with more force than I ever have in my entire life. My stomach burned, my chest felt like a drum. With every single step, I was packing down the dirt and throwing clouds behind me. I just couldn't stop. The momentum was too much. But no matter how fast I ran, it was always just walking. Anytime I turned my head, anytime I closed my eyes, he somehow gained ground. No matter what kind of lead I had or thought I had, whenever I looked back, he was right there. So I just stopped looking and I kept running. I had to keep moving, one foot then the other.
So I'm kind of curious to know, what is the guy's deal? You know, what is the deal? Why is he just following him? Maybe he's just lonely. You know, you think about it.
I was more tired than you could ever imagine. My heart was pounding, my chest felt like it was on fire. I just had to stop, catch my breath. I bent over, rested my hands on my knees. I was starting to feel a bit cold out. I pushed off from my knees and stared straight up. Then I turned around. The figure was still there, about 20 feet from me. He was still walking really slowly towards me, but I couldn't really bring myself to run anymore. I just stared at him as he walked up to me. But about 3 feet away from me, he just stopped. We made eye contact for a moment or two. His face was a lot softer than I remember. After that moment or two, the figure squatted down. He sat on the ground, his long legs crisscrossed. I'd followed him. We just sat there, looking at each other. And then he looked at me, and he said, "You know you don't have to run from me, right?" His voice was a lot lighter than I expected. And I said, "Yeah." He asked me if I was scared, and I said, "Yeah." And then he asked me why. I thought for a moment. I just told him I didn't know. He told me that was okay, but that I really didn't have to be worried. And I said I know. He was really nice to talk to. We sat there for another moment or two, silent. Then the figure stood up, and I followed right behind him. He told me he'd be back to see me again someday, and I asked him when. He stopped, thought for a second, before turning back and simply responding with, "Someday." I said, "Okay." Then he turned to leave, but before he could, I stopped him. "Excuse me, sir," I asked. "I never did quite catch your name." He turned back to me, and then he told me. Then he carried on his way. I watched his tall frame disappear into the distance until I was there all alone. I stood for a moment to take in the cold air. Then I figured I didn't really have much to be out there for anymore. So I turned around and I walked home.
What was his name? Oh, you have the skull. The gramophone's not there anymore. Okay, so what am I looking for? It's like, oh, the gramophone's over here, actually. So what exactly am I looking for? Gramophone. What? Somebody's behind me. Oh, it's right over there. Whoa. Colossus is coming. You were distracted by two. You were forced to accept the Colossus. So, do I need to go interact with... Hello, I just wanted this quick message to thank you for taking the time to engage with the short experience I made. I do really appreciate you being here to support my artistic efforts as I continue to evolve as both a game developer and as a musician. I really don't think it would be... I would be here making the things I am with you all being here. If you weren't aware, I'm both a creator of Fire Games as well as a musical artist behind Auroric Echoes. This actually isn't a standalone game, rather an interactive extension of my latest album entitled The Colossus is Coming. It's an art rock, experimental rock album I've been writing and recording over the past couple of years, and it's a project that truly means the world to me. It has a lot of influences ranging from electronic music to contemporary jazz to and noise rock. I would really and greatly appreciate you giving the album a listen. If you're a fan of musical arts like Radiohead or Bjork, I think you'll really enjoy it. It's available on every major streaming service. I would also like to ask you to possibly donate to me in my studio. This way I can continue to make the art that I love while going through college and onward. Any amount of money or any number of music streams are more helpful than you could ever imagine. With all of that said, thank you again for being here and making my life just a bit better for it. You're all amazing. Well, that was definitely an enjoyable experience. While it was very simplistic and nothing really crazy happened, it was really just listening to the story. And I'm kind of curious to know what the story is. Because, I mean, obviously, with 5 tapes that we listened to, tells the story of a man who's scared of a tall, slender figure just following him. You know, so I am kind of interested to know what the overarching, I guess, story is. Now, I wonder if the album that he did, the Colossus is Coming, I wonder if that is a concept album or if it was just a bunch of songs that he did, whatever. So I'm very curious to know. If you guys know, if you know anything about this, let me know. I'm very interested to know. So, with that being said, if you guys want to play this yourself, I'll put it in the description below. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Drink plenty of water, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.